We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, in Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Dallas Cowboys.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. He finds an opening past the 40. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A huge play there right off the bat. Give him 42 yards on the ground. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
First down.
They'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. That's out to the left, flat and complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
2nd and 3 at the 9-yard line.
Second and 3 from the 9. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
On the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
He made try and run for this? Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 3 yards on the keeper, and it's 4th down.
Now 4th down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so, and one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
Stepping, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch him work, watch him hate, watch him learn, can't relate. Watch his dirt, after mud, after dirt, above the waters, in the murks, at the gate, on site. Red breed, red tight, set the bar, take flight. Yeah, I've been grinding since a young and they told me my timing was coming.
So here are the Bears now as they'll go for 2. Now this time he'll look to throw. And that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0. So what do you make of that? You go on the road, you score the opening drive touchdown, opt to go for 2, and all of a sudden they're up 8-zip.
Yeah, this wasn't a decision that they made right here and right now. They made this decision during the week. Hey, if we get the ball and score right away, let's show them that we feel like we're superior. Go for 2 and really put the pressure on them.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
13-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. He'll set up to throw. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
The ball carrier.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
1 quarter down, 8-0 the score.
With the score, Bears 8, Cowboys nothing.
Prescott on 1st down. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
Cowboys, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Elliott. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Tackle made there by Bilal Nichols.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On second down now, it's Elliott. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On third down, Elliott. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? Running with Elliott. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Dancing to his left. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On third down, it's Prescott. Over the middle, complete. It's Tate. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Now Elliott. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. 8-0 our score with 2 minutes left in the 2nd quarter. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. Yeah, this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. They'll run it with Elliott. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And now the Cowboys are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. And it's up and good, so maybe a bit early here to try to match the 2. They're content to trail by 1 at 8-7.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. And this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? offensive lineman versus defensive lineman, but you know in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's
this offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at about the 14. Fights loose. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the hold on special teams backs him up all the way inside the 15 to start. A first down throw for Prescott. Throw left side complete. It's Elliott. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller.
Intercepted by the Bears. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Let's get out of there.
So we've reached halftime here in what we saw to be a very competitive first half. 8-7, just a one-point game at intermission. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
On second down, it's Elliott. And he's got some space here. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And it's up and good. That pushes the lead now to 15-7.
Makes the score Bears 15, Cowboys 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Prescott from the gun. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
A gain of 8.
But if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Prescott to throw it. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
First down, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Dallas, Texas is the spot. 3rd quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Elliott a first down and more. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And now the Cowboys are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he got in on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. 13. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted.
Second down.
Picked off at the 22. The CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Following the interception, here's Prescott. This one caught left side by Cooper. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Oh, boy.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Now Prescott. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off at the 47. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defensive coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. Javon Kinlaw, the big D tackle there to bring him down.
2nd and 8 at the 16-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again to Jones. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
A 2-yard gain on the play.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
4-yard gain. Brings up.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
His kick is good.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that makes this a 9-point game.
13. Cairo Santos.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line. The
Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. He'll air this one out for Boyd. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tyler Boyd, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away.
Damn, your corner's getting flamed up, LOL.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Lewis. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has... This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Damn, Chip Kelly.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they have to try and move past that pick 6 because now they're dealing with a 4th quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. Darnell Mooney, the target there. That'll bring up 2nd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver. receiver so that he can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Slant pass to Boyd. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 2nd down now. It's Elliott, and this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Bears' 13.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Here's Elliott. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They got 8 yards out of it, but they're still left with a 4th and goal from a ways out. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the 2nd half. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that'll push the lead up to 8. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Caught on the right right side by Jones. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So call off the pick 6.
Everything looked right. It looked like it was in their favor. Returned it for a touchdown, as you just described. But instead, the penalty for interference nullifies everything.
He's back to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. A first throw for the backup Trubisky. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And down to the 20.
Today's final score.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Cowboys, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.